What's going on? Dylan Conrad, Metabolic AF. Today I'm going to go over actor Alan Ritchson, aka Jack Reacher's Steroid Cycle. Before I get into that, if you're watching this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, turn notifications on, Spotify, iTunes, rate, review, all helps me help more people just like you listening. So, Alan Ritchson, Jack Reacher, what a stud, first of all. I actually came across Alan Ritchson not from Blue Mountain State, which was his first, kind of show he got big on. But I watched Jack Reacher the first season. One of my clients is like, "Oh my god, this guy's like jacked and da da da." I'm like, "Okay, I gotta check him out." So I checked it out. I was like, "Oh my god, this is like the douchiest, stupidest show. It was meant for me. It's right up my alley. I love that stuff." And so I started watching it. And so I didn't know this until one of my clients brought it to my attention that he said he doesn't do steroids. He doesn't do testosterone. And I was like, so actually let's talk about TRT versus steroid cycle. When we're talking about like TRT, that's just injecting exogenous testosterone to get your testosterone free and total into quote unquote normal ranges, right? A steroid cycle is where you're purposely going into what's called like super physiological states, super physiological levels of testosterone. So that'd be like typically it's like 1,000 milligrams per deciliter and higher, right? Depending on your cycle. So he was like, yeah, I don't touch testosterone. He actually, I saw someone else review this after he did the first season, his Instagram story, and he was just talking about like, yeah, I don't do testosterone. Like I called out for it a lot, but like I don't do that. I don't touch that stuff. I built this, which he actually detailed how he did build it. And he said he worked out for an hour, 2 hours a day. He got a home gym. And he was just like working his ass off, which I'm not arguing that at all, whether he worked his ass off or not. I think he really did. He's also got an athletic background. So that gave him a huge leg up there as well. And the guy's just genetically blessed. Like he's just genetic lottery right there. But yeah, he said he worked his ass off, and he gained a bunch of muscle. He didn't really say how much he did, but he said this was like my regimen. And I don't not believe it. Like I think that he's saying that he did work out that hard. I don't think that he did that naturally. I think he probably did some TRT, because you can't really work out an hour to 2 hours a day. And he has 3 kids, and he's like still, working. And I'm sure he has like, a lot of, not auditions, but what do they call it? Like when they go through their script and they're like reading it, rehearsal, whatever. I'm sure he has a lot of practice, a lot of coaching. So it's not like he has all the time in the world. So it's like, yeah, he still needs to recover. And if he's working out 1 to 2 hours a day and not, every single day, your body's not going to recover unless you're on TRT. Like he said, yeah, to get shoulder surgery afterwards. It's like, dude, you would have a lot more wrong with you if you weren't on TRT. But he says he wasn't, right? Then season 2 came out, and this is where he came way more under fire because he gained 30 pounds, and all the fitness influencer powers that be, quote unquote, were coming under it, saying there's no way he did this naturally, and da-da-da. And then he appeared on Rich Eisen's show. Rich Eisen is ESPN. More of like he has like sports podcast and show and all that, but he went over his fitness regimen in detail, which is actually not too bad. And he was just like, yeah, I work out 30 to 60 minutes a day. I know obviously when he was training for Reacher the second time when he put on 30 pounds of muscle, he said he was working out another 1 to 2 hours per day. And he's like, and then he finally admitted, he said, yeah, testosterone helps a little bit. Testosterone helps. That's what was his comment. And and then he kind of went over like, yeah, I used testosterone TRT during this before the second season, and that's how he put on 30 pounds. I think he was doing TRT before the first one, probably even like way before that, to be honest with you. Probably done many cycles in the past, but I think the second one he did like a huge cycle. Like he was like, I gotta take my physique to the next level, and then he did a huge cycle and gained 30 pounds, because you can't do that even on TRT. Like that is hard. It's a lot of muscle. But he was like, he did. One thing I really liked about Alan Ritchson is he was talking about, hard work, and the fact that like testosterone doesn't do everything, like doesn't do the work for you, and he's absolutely right. He also talked about, he's like, I don't believe in cheat days. And I thought that was really cool because The Rock is all about cheat days and let's go into this like crazy calorie deficit during the week and be starving, and then like have like one day a month where we just have like 2 large pizzas from Domino's and like a tower of sushi and a tub of ice cream, and call ourselves natural. And The Rock is definitely not natural. And he talks about having cheat days because he does unsustainable diets. And Alan Ritchson's like, no, I have like pizza, during the day, and like, I had a sundae last night, and like he talked about moderation. I'm like, hell yeah, like this guy is the shit. Because I thought that was great because all these celebrities and people are like big on cheat days, like those never work. So those are an easy way to not see results ever in your life. But putting it in moderation, like we teach our clients in the macro method, that's gonna be key for like long-term sustainability, seeing results, all that stuff. But yeah, he was talking about he's like, if you were in your late 30s or early 40s, and he really went over the benefits of testosterone replacement therapy, TRT. He was talking about it's a mood stabilizer, which it is. It oxygenates your cells. It does. It helps the process of fat burning and building muscle. And he called it a quote unquote wonder drug. Now, I don't know if I'd go that far, but like, people on it say that they feel freaking amazing. So, the big thing was he was like, I didn't take anything until after season 1, which is not true, Alan Ritchson, but I like that you're all about hard work and moderation in terms of cheat foods. And just getting it in. I think that's great. But that's my thoughts on Alan Ritchson's steroid cycle. I guess TRT then steroid cycle. What do I think his steroid cycle was? I don't know about cycles, honestly, but I know that he definitely got it above 1,000 milligrams per deciliter. That's what he ran. So anyways, hope you found this entertaining. Please like, subscribe, turn notifications on, like, rate, review.